But it's not just signs like just from people that like specific people that you're talking to. It's just I can't cut the whole bro.
No, keep it.
Bro, when I get hot, I start losing my train of thought. We just gotta cut this out.
You got it. You're good. You got this. Hi, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the BS4 podcast. I'm your host, Bravia, and I have y'all's favorite, the notorious Natalya, back on the couch. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
She's back.
Thank you.
First guest of season 2.
Season 2. I can't believe it. I've been loving season 2.
Ooh.
Season
how are we
2?
feeling about season 2? Give it
Season 2 is so good. It's
Make me feel really good right now.
Like, it's so like intimate and so intellectual, and you're just so well spoken, and it's like you're just dropping gem after gem after gem.
Tell me more. No, I'm so happy to have you back on the couch.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back.
I feel like we're coming back into season 2 just like totally different versions of ourselves.
Different.
Than we were in season 1.
Completely different.
Especially you.
Yeah.
Me too, but like especially you.
Yeah.
No, I feel like we're actually both
of us. Yeah.
Y'all, I have a Mr. Dr. Poppy sponsor me.
No, for real.
I'm going to be drinking some of this throughout this episode because it just...
Not an ASMR moment.
Oh, you guys, something that's so exciting. I have my first live studio audience here today. Yes. And it is the one.
The only.
Zanny Bobani.
Zanny B. Jones.
So Zan is actually, her name is Alexandra. We call her Zan. And for any of you who call her Alex, you're f***ing crazy. Okay? Like, that's not her name.
Is that your Instagram handle though? Like Alex?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, well she's fine with it. I'm
But Zan's like a family nickname that we
for sure
like have given her.
For sure.
Yeah.
Woman of many names. Indeed.
Many names, many talents.
So she actually is very talented. And she's Natalya's cousin who has also become my cousin.
Yeah.
And she's also like literally one of the most religious listeners of this podcast. So it's actually
Number one
so
fan.
cool that she's here.
Yeah.
Because I get to get her perspective real time. Literally anytime I drop an episode, Zan's perspective actually means so much to me. I always text her and I'm like, what did you think? Like, what's your feedback? Blah, blah, blah. Because she's always so good at giving it to me.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really happy that she's here right now. This is completely unplanned. I was going to do a solo episode today. Yeah. And then I texted Natalya. And anytime I want to hang out with Natalya, I'm like, can we be friends?
Yeah.
I say it just like that with a W. And then she's like, yeah, we could be friends. And so.
Just like that.
I was like, wait, actually, I plan on filming tonight. Do you want to like talk about that episode that we've been talking about? And she was like, yeah. And then she was like, hey, do you care if Zan comes? And I was like, ew, she can't come.
She did say that.
I did say that. And then I was like, no, I'm just kidding. Of course she can come. But I also just love to exercise my right to say no. Anyways, it's just a thing I do. I'm just weird. Okay, we got into a pretty interesting start, but we're gonna
I don't know where this went, but
forward pivot. Because this episode is one that Nat and I have been talking about for a while. It's actually conversations that we have on the regular.
I was gonna say, I feel like this episode is basically a conversation we've had 20,000 times.
Yeah, no, quite literally.
Yeah.
And we just sit on the couch just like this.
And we just talk about it.
About this.
Consistently. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
So this is actually like a very organic conversation for us.
Very.
It's so normal.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, I always like to set like tones, especially for episodes like this.
Yeah.
This is one that I want you to come with an open mind. If you feel like you are not open to receive right now, if you don't feel like you are open to change your mind or get new perspective or think of things maybe a little bit differently than you have previously, maybe keep that energy not around us in this episode. Like, or save it for a time where you do feel like you're open. If you don't feel like you're open right now and you're kind of like in this pessimistic mindset, which is fine. Everybody goes through that. I've been through that.
Mm-hmm.
This probably isn't like the energy or the episode for you in this very moment. But if you are open-minded, then welcome. We're going to have a really cool conversation. So
Yeah.
today the B is for by your side,
Mm-hmm.
because our angels and the energy of the people that we've spent time with Earthside, and then when their souls move to the spiritual realm, they still stay by our
By your
side.
side. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um so Nat and I talk about this a lot. Well, let's preface. So
Mm-hmm.
like let's talk about, would you say that you are a spiritual, religious person?
Very. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very connected to God.
Yeah.
And the universe too. I feel like when people say like, "Oh, I'm connected to the universe," it kind of has this like stigma of like, "Oh, they don't believe in God," or they're not maybe even religious. But I think God created everything, and He is everything, and He is the universe. So it's like when people talk about energies and all of that, like that is all God. That's God energy. That's spiritual energy. And so I'm a very, very spiritual person. I feel energy so deeply, even now more so than before, like when I was younger. And I think a lot of that also grew as we've become closer, like
Mm-hmm.
throughout our years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, very, very connected, very
Yeah.
spiritual.
And I would say I'm definitely a spiritual person as well.
Mhm.
Very spiritual. I'm not religious,
Mhm.
but I am very spiritual and am of the same mindset. I think God and the universe are an interchangeable term
Yeah.
for me. Like it's one and the same, really, but it's just like a collective consciousness that we come from. And I think
Mhm.
it's really beautiful because we're all super connected and we just like don't realize how connected we actually are. And
Yeah.
so something that Nat and I have talked about a lot of times is like how we feel so deeply connected, but not just
Mhm.
like in the physical. Like we
Yeah.
feel very spiritually connected. And I'm sure that there's like relationships that you all have that maybe you feel the same way.
Yeah, like soulmates, soul ties.
Hmm.
Like you have this soul connection to someone and you just like feel it deep within you.
Yeah. It's like a peaceful knowing.
Yeah.
You can't really like put like your thumb on it. Like you can't say
No,
like
yeah.
this is exactly why I feel spiritually connected to you. It's just like a truth
Yeah.
that's like undeniable. So I think for us, we talk about our spirituality a lot and we talk about, how God shows up in our lives and how God shows up in the people around us and how God shows up in certain situations. And I think that for us, it's been cool because I was kind of going on a new spiritual journey
Mhm.
right when I moved out here.
Yeah.
And it's evolved a lot since I've moved out here. And I feel like I've shared my journey with you. And then you've been kind of like a part of the evolution too, which
Mhm.
has been really cool. Um, but I definitely do believe in like a spiritual realm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And we don't have to get into like how I define everything because
Yeah.
everybody has different takes on stuff. But when do you feel like you first started to feel that the veil between the physical
Mhm.
and the spiritual is thin? Like,
Yeah.
when do you feel like you actually started to get tapped into this, like, God connection?
Mhm. I think probably when my dad passed away.
Mhm.
I've lost people in my life and I've never gotten like those signs, I feel like, from them, and so I didn't ever feel like there was that thin veil between both realms.
Mhm.
I kind of just viewed it as like, okay, they've passed, they're in heaven now because that's what I believe, and that's just how life goes. But ever since my dad passed, I've just continuously, consistently have gotten signs from him, and there's signs that like I've prayed to God about, and it just like shows up. It presents itself right in front of my face, and I'm just like, there's no way this is just like a coincidence. Like it's literally plain as sight in my face, like this is your sign. And so I think that's when I was like, wow, like that's really real. Like
Mhm.
I remember like days after my dad had passed, I was sitting in the house and I was sitting with my family. And I was in like a different, like I was on, like we are on the stairs, like in that living room area where like no one sits. You know, everyone
Mhm.
has that in their house, that one area.
Everyone has that one room.
And we were sitting there and I just got this whiff of like icy hot. And if you know my dad, like he always had back problems. So he always had like icy hot or tiger's balm like on his back. And I just got a whiff of that scent. And I was like, does anyone smell that? And they're like, what? And I'm like, the icy hot smell. Like, does no one smell that? And no one smelled it but me. And I was like, okay, like that's interesting. And then I just kept getting these signs like that I just knew it was my dad. And I was like, yeah, no, like he is literally right by my side. Like he is very much present in my life right now and I can't deny it. And then the more I accepted it, the more signs I got.
Mhm.
And then I was even able to kind of like help my mom navigate that because she was very like skeptical of those things, of like the spiritual realm and all of that. And I just had a conversation with her one day and I'm just like, you just have to like accept it and open it and invite it in, like invite the signs in. And then she started getting her signs. I think I was here
Mhm.
and she had like texted me and was like, "Oh my god, I smell dad's cologne." Like
Mhm.
randomly. She was in the
Mhm.
house alone, sitting downstairs, and she got a whiff of his cologne. And she texted me that and I remember like we were almost in tears cuz we were just
Mhm.
like so happy for her. But yeah, that's really when I realized like wow, like we are so connected to the spiritual world realm like more than we even think. And then I started seeing signs of like my other family members that have passed. And it's like once you open yourself to that and accept it, you see it more and it's so cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think that you have really like evolved in that way
Yeah.
too. And it's so cool to know that you get these experiences. And I
Yeah.
think like even in my past, because I get signs all the time.
Mhm.
And I've
Yeah.
always been very open to them. I think I've had like a I don't know, maybe like a mindset shift early in my life. I think about just like how much I love physics.
Mhm.
And physics, I've actually become more obsessed with science and physics
You have.
since, yes, I have. She'd be sick of me because I'm always trying
Not
to
at
explain
all.
something.
Not at all, but it's just very apparent that
Yeah,
like
yeah. But I'm really into physics because I learned that so much about physics actually explains a lot of the spiritual things that
mm,
I have experienced in my life.
mhm.
And energy is never created or destroyed, it lives forever.
Yeah.
And we're so unable to scientifically prove what consciousness is,
Mhm.
but we experience consciousness. Like our thoughts, our soul, who we are at our core is not tied to a certain organ. It's
Yeah.
like, and it's not even, they can't even look at scans of our brains and be like, oh, this is exactly where consciousness lives. Like they
Mhm.
have no way of knowing. And so our energy or spirit exists always
Yeah.
in a physical body or not, because it's not held to a physical body.
Mhm.
So I've really gotten into physics because I think it explains actually a lot of the way that I see the world, but it gives
Mhm.
me like a cooler, I don't know, lens to it.
Yeah.
But all that to say is I feel like when I was younger, I really was open to that, but I think I've just always kind of been a little bit like woo woo. Like my whole life I've just been
Yeah.
a little woo woo, which is like
Whoa,
fine.
whoa.
Yeah, she's a
Woo
little woo
woo.
woo. But I do love that like you have opened yourself up to it so much because I
Yeah.
think there's this like natural fear
Mhm.
around the unknown and
Oh, yeah.
like what's a sign versus what isn't a sign. So like
Mhm.
as you've been getting them more frequently,
Mhm.
how do you feel like you're discerning like, oh, this is for sure a sign versus maybe this isn't, or maybe not like on a moment to moment, like this is a sign, this isn't a
Yeah.
sign, but like what do you feel like has shifted for you to be like, "Oh yeah, like I know that this is a sign from my dad," or I know
Mhm.
that this is like not me, it's like a spiritual thing
Yeah.
that I'm experiencing.
I think it's when I like ask for it. When I
Mhm.
literally sit and talk out loud and ask, like, if I'm going into work and I know I'm going to have like a crazy day or something, I'm like, Dad, give me a sign that, opportunity is going to walk through the door for me. And then I'll like hear our song playing throughout the wind.
Mhm.
And then I'm having a great day. So it's like I literally sit and I ask for them and then I receive them. So I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I know this is him because he's listening to me and he's giving me that sign.
Mhm.
I remember on his birthday, I went to this car wash that he would always go to, and I just like wanted to do something where I felt close to him, and so he'd always take me to this car wash. And so I went and I was standing in this same exact spot that we would stand in. You would like watch your car go through the thing. And I was picking out videos to do his like a little birthday post for him. And in the hallway, there was a guy sitting like watching reels on his phone, and all of a sudden I hear My Girl playing, which is like me and my dad's song. And that day I specifically like driving to the car wash, I was like, Dad, please give me a sign. I just want to know you're with me. And the song just started playing. And it played for like a minute,
Mhm.
like where I literally sat there and I recorded it. Like, and so I just knew. I was like, okay, that's him. Because how random. Like someone's just watching reels. I'm not even listening to what he's watching. I'm
Mhm.
just like doing my own thing. And then the song just starts blaring through the hallway.
Mhm.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's
you're
like
there.
for sure. I think sometimes people could be in a moment like that. There could be people who are listening who are like coincidence.
Yeah. Oh, the song's viral or something.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think there's something really important about what you said is you ask for it.
mm-hmm.
Asking for it means you're opening the door.
Yeah.
If you are always in a spot where you're like, "Oh, it's a coincidence."
Yeah.
Then of course you're not going to receive it in the way that you're intended to.
Yeah. And that's what I was actually gonna say. Like I could have sat there and just been like, oh, it's just whatever, coincidence. Like I actually choose to decipher them as signs because why wouldn't I? Why would I
Mhm.
just let that song go by like it was nothing when I know
Mhm.
like that's our song and I asked for a sign? So I
Mhm.
also think you have to want to believe it too, because why not?
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't you want to? Why
Yeah.
would you just want to think the soul's gone and that's it and the energy's gone and they're never here again? It's like that makes it so much more depressing. Like I
Mhm.
want to know that he's always with me, so I'm always going to choose to.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's such an important part of it that
Mhm.
I think that so many people deprive themselves of such a beautiful spiritual connection with the world around
Mhm.
them because they're so close-minded to that connection. They're so
Mhm.
close-minded to the messages that they'll get. And you get messages all the time.
Mhm.
Like I call some people call them angels, some people call them spirit guides. I say all the above. Angels, spirit guides, I call them my team of light. I'm like
Yeah.
my ancestors, my brother, my grandparents, like people who I've lost in my life, I call them like my little team of light. And when I ever need something, I'm like, "Hey, team of light, like whoever wants to show up for me in this moment,
Mhm.
let me know." I feel like if people are so close-minded, it's not that you're not receiving the signs, it's
Mhm.
that you're just ignoring them
Yeah.
because you get them all the
All the
time,
time. And they're everywhere.
everywhere.
Like if you just look, they're everywhere.
And I would actually say if you don't believe in this, if you're someone who's really skeptical, which I completely understand because I'm naturally a skeptic in life, period,
Mhm.
which is so funny because I'm like very woo-woo, but I'm also like
Very woo-woo.
very
Just kidding.
skeptical. No, I am. I own it. Like I'm okay with that.
I
Like
don't think you're that woo-woo. I think you're
I
just more tapped in to the world.
I sure.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like I love that about myself. I think I am too. And I don't think that that's something that people should be like, "Oh, that's like uncomfortable to say." Like if you
No.
don't get it, you don't get it. That's okay. But I would love for you to get it though, because we
Mhm.
all are connected.
Yeah.
Like, we're all from the same source.
Yeah.
We all have the ability to connect with things beyond ourselves. Just because you can't see it, just because you can't explain it, doesn't mean it isn't real.
Mhm.
Like, I'd use this analogy of like, we actually only know about 5% of the entire universe
Mm.
because we're only able to measure 5% of the entire universe. So, atoms, everything that makes up stars, planets, light, everything, those are the things that we can measure. 95% of the rest of the universe is dark matter that we have no idea how to explain, but it exists. So, just because we don't know how to explain it doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
You literally look into the universe and it's 95% dark matter.
Mhm.
But dark matter can be measured. Like, so I think in the same way, it's like energy around us, just because you can't see these tiny little atoms that are making up our entire body doesn't mean that those atoms don't exist. They do.
Yeah.
So, in the same way that that all exists, so does the energy from the consciousness that we have,
Mhm.
and the energy from the consciousness of the people who we've surrounded ourselves with.
Mhm.
And when you say, like, oh, I asked him for it,
Mhm.
he gives them to you all the time. She texts me once a week,
Yeah.
at least. It's almost like daily
Yeah. I
that
have a whole
you,
notes
yeah.
notes like folder of just all the signs. I just write them all down so that like I don't ever forget
And
them.
it's so
Yeah.
powerful and so clear that they're signs.
Mhm.
Like, I'm trying to remember. Oh my gosh. So tell them about the time that you were having a tough day and your dad got you a free meal.
Oh my gosh, that one was so cool. I actually
Such a
really
cool
loved that one.
story.
So I was at work. It was just a rough day, and I think it was maybe like a day or two before his birthday or something. And just like the anticipation of that day, it just like gives you a lot of anxiety. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to order lunch today. So I Uber Eats something. It was this meal I was really looking forward to. Work is crazy. And my coworker texts me and she's like, oh, your food's in the back. So I go to the back and I'm like, huh, this isn't my food. Mind you, my Uber driver's name was Ray, which is my dad's name, Raymond. And so when I had seen that, I was like, oh my God, how cute, like Ray, whatever. I look and I see it's not even my food. So then and there, I go on the Uber app and I just like dispute it. Like I tell them like I got the wrong food, whatever. So they refund me back the money for it. And then Ray ends up calling the store and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I delivered the wrong food. I'm coming back. Ends up bringing me back my food. And then so when I received my food, I was like, oh my God, but I already disputed it. And then I was like, wait, this was like a meal on my dad. Like he just got me a free meal. And so I just thought that was the coolest thing.
Literally.
Because, like, what are the odds? You know, I order something, I get the
And it's a
complete
day
wrong
that you were thinking
meal.
about him. You were asking
Yeah.
him for a sign. You knew his birthday was coming up. The Uber
Yeah.
driver's name is Ray.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, and then you get lunch for free.
For free. Like, yeah. So
And
that was really cool.
we both listened to this book. So I sent it to Natalia after I listened to it.
Hmm.
And I feel like it did really help. How do you feel like it helped you?
So when I was listening to it, it was shortly after. So it was a very like heavy listen,
For sure.
but I think it was the perfect time because that's when I needed to hear about all of these stories. And that's what really helped me like ask and look for signs. And I think if I didn't hear it at that time, I wouldn't have gotten as many as I did or wouldn't have been as open to them
Yeah.
as I
I
was.
I agree. I feel like it was obviously very fresh into your grief. So digesting everything that's in this book is a lot.
Yeah.
But it also was, yeah, I agree, like good timing because it allowed
Mhm.
you to kind of even like share with your mom
Yeah.
and like also have these experiences yourself. It's called Signs by Laura Lynn Jackson. And she's actually a New York Times bestselling author. And the subtitle is The Secret Language of the Universe.
Mhm.
And I think that there are about like 20 chapters in this book.
Yeah.
every single chapter has multiple stories of people who have very similar experiences to the
Mm-hmm.
things that you're talking about right now and the
Yeah.
things that I've experienced too.
Yeah.
And it's like, it gets to a point where it's like, you hear so many people's testimonies, also people who are extremely skeptical. Like, even in the book, there's people who are like, not religious,
Yeah.
agnostic, if anything, not even agnostic, like they're atheists. They're like, I don't believe in a higher power, I don't believe
Mm-hmm.
in anything spiritual whatsoever. And then they end up working with this woman and the author. She kind of coaches them through maybe like some of their loss and then teaches them how to ask for signs and how to receive
Mm-hmm.
them and how to look for them. And then all of a sudden they're getting very, very
Specific. Yeah.
specific signs. Like, not just like, oh, a butterfly flew past my window and that must be the angel of my grandma. Like, no, it's not like that. Like, that shit is
You
cool.
say it like a
Because I'm looking
butterfly
at my
flew.
picture of her and I'm like, that must be the angel of my grandma.
My grandma.
And that's cracking up. I have to add comedic relief in somewhere here. But there are hella specific signs. One person
Yeah.
was like, my daughter passed. You know, like, my daughter
Mm-hmm.
passed. It was super abrupt. I didn't expect it. Blah blah blah. This person was like super super skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, show me. I think they said, show me a pink giraffe.
Oh, yes.
Super skeptical. So they were like, where would you ever see a freaking pink giraffe?
Mm-hmm.
A week later, they go over to someone's house, they use their guest bathroom, they look up, and the
Yeah.
photo hanging above the toilet is literally like this scene in Africa, but it's like a kind of like funny little like artsy take on it. And there was a
Mm-hmm.
pink giraffe in this freaking photo.
Yeah.
Like, so many very specific details. It's not just coincidence. And
No.
then in the times that you do think it's a coincidence, you have to literally say to God, to your spirit
Mm-hmm.
team, whoever, and say, if this is not a coincidence, show it to me again.
Yeah.
And I always get it.
Yeah.
Literally every single time. You get signs all the
Mm-hmm.
time. And now your mom gets them all the time
Mm-hmm.
too.
And it's like not even about like just my dad too. Like there are times, and I remember we like kind of did this to kind of like test it out after we were listening to the book, but I had asked for a sign and I was like, okay, because she had did this in the book. She had asked for a sign of something and she was like, show me oranges. And she had seen something with like 100 oranges. And I had asked for a sign and I was just like, if I'm going in the right direction in life, show me a banana, random.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day I opened my Instagram and the first post was this like healthy food guide and there was a banana on it. And I was like, okay, that could be a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Got another sign, saw a banana right in front of my face, and I was just like, okay, like,
Yeah.
so it's not just signs that I ask my dad for, it's signs I ask God, I ask the universe for, and
You get them.
I get them, like, because I just believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. What else would you believe in? To not get them and just kind of go about life just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. But
Whatever's gonna
it is
happen's
what
gonna
it
happen.
is. It is what it is.
A lot of times it is what it is. But like,
Yeah. Yeah. You only have one life.
yeah.
And if you choose to not believe in these things, fine. But like,
Yeah.
to live a life without wonder is like not really living. Like, life is miraculous. What? Zan in the back.
Life is worth living. Sorry.
She's hot.
Really
Ladies and
hot.
gentlemen.
And then I start getting delusional.
Oh, I thought it was on red. It's not. No, but I really do believe, like, if we choose to not see what
Bro,
the
that happened to me
is
too
going
over here. I don't know
on?
if you saw it. I kind of went
Like,
like
these
that.
little fuzzies are just wowing. David, I am so sorry, my friend. So you know how we get. You know how we like to tussle. But yeah, I feel like if you choose to see life in such like black and white ways, if you really don't feel like there's wonder to any of this, if you really don't feel like there's even a level of like mysticism, like I think it's such a boring way to live your life.
Yeah.
And I think we have a lot of choice in how we receive the things that happen to us
Mhm.
and the things that happen for us. And if you choose to see things skeptical all the time, if you choose to see everything with the glass half empty instead of half
Mhm.
full, you'll always see things as half empty. Life will present itself in that way to you. And if you open yourself up and you're willing to receive, abundance will come
Mhm.
in whatever form that is.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's signs. I literally was just thinking about, I have this voice memo of a crazy sign that I got.
Is it the bear?
Yes,
Yeah.
I just was thinking about that. Oh my God, I have it right here. Okay, so just to give you context, this was October 19th, 2025.
Mhm.
So this was soon after your dad
Mhm.
passed. This is right around the time that we finished listening to the book
Mhm.
or reading the book. And I wanted to be more intentional about the signs that I asked for. And I was playing around with it in a similar way to you. Remember, I was like, I had certain questions that I wanted to ask God, and I asked God for if this one thing, I'm not going to share it because it's personal to me, but I was like, if this one thing is true, I want you to show me orange roses. If this other thing is true, I want you to show me yellow roses. And if this other thing is true, I want you to show me pink, right? All at once. I think it was like the next day, I went to Hobby Lobby and I went to like go pick up stuff to decorate my house. And I turned on the aisle that has like all the faux flowers in it and not separated pink, yellow, and orange. There was one bowl
Mhm.
that had pink, yellow, and orange roses in it.
Mhm.
Mind you, the rest of the aisle, everything is separated by the type of flower and color. None of them are intermingled. There's no bouquet looking anything, and a lot of it is greenery.
Mm.
And all of those, the three colors were all in one bowl together. And I was like, clocked it, got it.
Yeah.
So then I asked for a sign, and this voice memo is like 5 minutes long, but I feel like I just have to share. I honestly don't even remember what I said, so this might be a risk, but we're gonna take it. Let's see. I'm outside in my backyard in Vegas, and I'm listening to a book about signs, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Logan and ask him to give Papa a sign that he's a good dad and that he's always been a good dad and he's a good man and that he's doing well. Papa's my dad, my stepdad, and Logan's my stepbrother. And that he needs to hear that from Logan, girl. And so I asked Logan to give him a sign to come to him at a dream and say something to give him some sort of nod that Papa knows undeniably that it's Logan. And then I asked Logan, I said, and when you do, give me a sign that you did. Like, let me know that you did that for him. And so I pause, not hardly, and to my right, directly next to my ear, I shit you not, it made me whip my head so fast. For 2 seconds, it sounded like the flapping of a hummingbird's wings. And I always feel like I get signs from him through hummingbirds and butterflies. And I swear to God, it sounded just like it. And then I'm looking up at the sky. I turn back and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. And I'm looking up at the sky. And in my backyard in Vegas, I'm so close to the city, it's so bright, you rarely ever see stars. I always watch planes go by, but it's hard to see stars. And I look directly in front of me, facing me at almost what feels like eye level, but a little higher, are two stars with a gap in between them as if they're a set of eyes. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, I haven't seen those. And I wonder what stars those are. So I'm looking at them, and then something tells me to get my app that I have that points at the sky and looks at the stars and tells me what constellations I'm looking at. So that's what I do. And the constellation I'm looking at is the tail end of a bear. the constellation of a bear. And in my mind, when I was pulling up the app, I thought this can be two things. This is either in Gemini, which is Logan's sign. And then as soon as I scanned it and saw the tail, I was like, I think this is the tail of a bear. And I turned my camera and I see a bear moving from like left to right, basically, like the constellation. And for a second, I was like, oh, the bear signifies Papa, like Papa Bear. And then I was like, wait. No, the bear signifies Logan because everyone called him Logie Bear. And my sister and my brother have tattoos of bears on their arms for Logan. That's crazy. And I religious sat here and I was like, damn, Logan. Thanks for showing. Thanks for allowing me to be open to receiving that sign, for looking closely enough. I feel like he just gave me the instant assurance that he's gonna do that for Papa. Shit. What time is it now? Papa could literally be asleep on our couch, on his couch in Idaho right now, which he very likely is. Oh yeah, my brother's definitely here. I feel it. Damn. But yeah, I feel like Papa could very well. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to the end of that, but it's literally crazy. Like, not like obviously hearing myself say it back, which I'm so glad that I take voice memos
I
like that,
know,
by
that
the
was
way.
cool.
Um, but I vividly remember, like, mind you, it was 8 p.m. It's dark out, so like hummingbirds do not fly at night. Like
Yeah.
that's just like a thing. And the fact that I felt like I heard one, and then I look up and I see these two stars right in front of my face, as if they're looking at me,
Yeah.
and then scan it, and it's a bear, and everybody calls my brother Logie Bear. After I just asked him for a sign, as I was standing out there, like literally as I was
Mhm.
standing out there, real time, he was like,
Yeah, here you go.
"Got you,"
Mhm.
and it's like that stuff. Humans have this like really unique ability to, I like to call it like see around corners. This is something that technology, AI, like stuff will never be able to do, that we're able to do. We have senses about things that are inexplicable, but we know that they're coming.
Mm.
Like if something's dangerous on its way to you and it's around the corner and you can't see it, but like the hairs on your arm stand up because you
Mhm.
just know that the energy, you feel it.
Yeah.
And like in the same way you can feel positive energy, you can feel the energy of like the spiritual realm around you.
Mhm.
And we have such a unique ability to do that. Every single one of us has it.
Yeah.
It's like a part of what's so beautiful about being so connected and being a part of like this collective that we're in.
Mhm.
And I think if you lean into it and you're remove the fear
Oh
from it,
yeah.
there's so many beautiful things that you can experience.
Mhm.
Like I would say don't let like fear deprive you of having those experiences or doubt deprive you of having those experiences, you know?
Yeah. It just like life is hard enough and it just like helps you
It is.
get through life just a little bit easier, I
For
feel
sure.
like.
Do you feel like anyone has ever tried to logic you out of believing a sign?
No, I don't think anyone has ever tried to logic it or tell me like, no, I don't think so. But I do think like when I'm at work
Mhm.
and anytime I see 444, I'm always thinking it's a sign from my dad because that was his room number
Mhm.
at the hospital. And so whenever I see it, I'll be like, "Oh, hi, Dad," and I'll say it out loud. And I just feel like people around me are kind of like what?
Mhm.
I don't know if it's because maybe it makes them uncomfortable, maybe like the topic or what makes them uncomfortable, but I just kind of like get the feeling that they're like, "Okay, girl,"
Yeah.
but whatever. I
Yeah.
don't care.
It's
Well,
it probably doesn't. Do you feel like it changes the way that you feel in that moment?
not at all,
Yeah.
because I know what it is.
Yeah. For sure.
We know what it is,
We do know what
but
it is. What's like your favorite sign that you get?
mm, I don't know because I get so many different ones,
Mhm.
and I feel like each sign becomes my new favorite. But I think the food one was one of my favorites, and
Yeah.
a really cool one was when I was at work and I had seen 444 and I said out loud like, "Hi, Dad," and then my girl started playing
Right
in
after.
yeah, right after. I was like, "Okay,
Okay.
that's you saying hi back."
Yeah. For
But
sure
I
it
love them
is.
all. I don't really have like one set favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite either. But I
'Cause
do
they're all just
just
different.
yeah. But I do love them, and I think it's so, like, beautiful to experience them, and I
Mhm.
really hope that people who listen to this feel more open
Yeah.
to receiving them, and, like, don't be afraid to ask for them, don't be afraid to ask
Mhm.
for specifics either.
Yeah.
Like, I do think that when you ask, you receive.
100%.
Like, if you give that's why people are like, "Oh, give it to God."
Mhm.
It's like, the hand that gives gathers.
Mhm.
Like, if you give it to God, God will give something back to you.
Yeah.
So it's like if you put trust out there, like, "Hey, I feel a certain way about a certain thing. Show me. Like, I trust you to show me."
Mhm.
And you're open to receiving, you will.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's been a time that I've asked for a sign that I haven't gotten
Me
one.
too.
And sometimes it takes a bit,
Mhm.
and sometimes you're like, "Oh my god, I asked you for a sign 2 weeks ago and I still haven't gotten it." But
Maybe that's the sign.
that could be it.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, time in the spiritual realm is not linear in the way that we experience it.
Yeah.
Like, you'll get the sign when you're meant to receive it
Yeah.
and when you're truly open to receiving it.
You have to be open to it.
You have to be. You get them.
Mhm.
Everybody gets them.
Yeah.
It's just whether you're open to really, like, viewing that as a sign.
Mhm. And I think too if you're dealing with like grief, it's such a dark, depressing thing, and that's like the one thing that like brings light to the situation is
Mhm.
like your signs.
Mhm.
It honestly helps you get through it even though like the pain is still there, you still miss that person. It just takes the edge off a little, just like knowing that you're speaking to them and they're listening and they're speaking back to you. So,
For
just
sure.
be open to it. Just try it. You never know.
Yeah,
And
you
if
never
you
know.
if you don't care, then that's fine too. Like, don't. But I don't know. I just feel like why not?
Yeah.
You have nothing to lose
Yeah, you
than
really
to be
don't.
open to what the world and the universe and God has to offer. So,
100%. There was a story in the book that someone shared how they had, like, a really hard relationship with their dad
mm,
in the physical.
mhm.
Their dad was an addict, and they had, like, a really tumultuous relationship, and their communication wasn't great, and he wasn't super affectionate and all this stuff. And then he passed, and she started to ask him for signs, and she literally said, like, "I felt like I oddly got a closer
Mhm.
relationship with my dad when he passed than I had when he was here in the physical." Because
100%.
his energy that he shared with me in the spiritual was so much more pure, so much more loving, showed up for me so much more. She's like, "I feel like we have, in a weird way, better communication now than we
100%.
did when he was here
Yeah.
physically."
Mhm.
And I just think that's such a beautiful thing. Like, my grandfather passed when I was young, and I always say, I'm like, "Oh, I wish I got to, like, experience him with me as an adult."
Yeah.
But I've been asking him to, like, show up more lately, and I think some of the signs that he's giving me is also, like, my newfound love for, like,
Mm.
science,
Yeah.
and because these are all things, like, he was an engineer, like, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and there's a in season 1, I talk about him, you can,
Mhm.
like, go find that episode, but I do think that there's certain things that he's intentionally placed in front of me
Yeah,
because he's
100%.
like, "This is my way of, like, us being connected."
Yeah.
Like, these are things that I love, and deep down you love them too, and this is like
Mhm.
our way of bonding over it, which is
Yeah.
such a wild thing to say, but it really does feel real for me,
Yeah.
you know?
100%.
Yeah. So I do have a relationship with him. It's just in a like different, really cool way now. And I
Way.
think if you have people who come to you in your life and they're like, I feel like I got a sign, like hold space for
Yeah.
them
Definitely.
and like lean in. And sometimes like your friends will have really cool moments of discernment or really cool ways of passing the message of a sign through to you that you didn't fully receive because you have your own bias or you have your own thing where you're like
Yeah.
questioning it. Like the other day, a rock hit Natalia's
Oh,
windshield.
yeah. But the thing about it is I was talking to God and my dad, like, out loud, and I was talking to them, and all of a sudden, this rock hits my windshield, and I was like I literally just go, "What the like, and I was so upset, and then I was telling Bria about it, and she changed my whole perspective on it.
So in the moment, she was literally talking to her dad
Mhm.
about protection
Yeah.
and saying, like, you're my protector, like, look out for me, stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then the rock hits her windshield. And for whatever reason, the first thought that came to my head was, no, he wasn't the rock, he was the windshield.
Yeah.
Like, the sign wasn't, oh, I'm throwing shit at you. No, the sign is shit is going to get thrown at you and
I'm
I'm
protecting
protecting you.
you. Yeah.
Like, I am the windshield, I'm not the rock. And I just like felt that so clearly in that moment. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know how else to explain this to you other than like, this is just what I got.
Yeah, and then she texted me that, and I read it, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, you're right." And then I wasn't upset anymore. I was
Yeah.
like, "Whatever. I'll
Yeah.
get it fixed. Like, it
Yeah.
is what it is."
Yeah. And it's like, it's just cool. Like sometimes a lot of it is like frame of reference. Like,
Mhm.
and also I think it's important to have good people around you who will like
100%.
hear these things, be open to these things, help you navigate these things. Cause that's the whole point of like community and like being able to share these experiences because we
Mhm.
are pulling from the same source. Like
Mhm.
God is speaking to all of us.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's through each other and it's sometimes through the experiences that you have with one another, whatever. So I don't know. All that to say, like, I'm just super happy that you've deepened this connection with God and with your team of light. And like her grandma came and gave her the biggest hug in her dream last night.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's
Yeah, she
such a
did.
visit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
dreamt about her, and she just, like, gave me the biggest hug, and it felt so real, and that's, like, when it feels real, like, you know it's a visit,
Mhm.
and I was just like, "Ugh, I just needed that," and I told her that today.
Yeah. And I was so happy because I'm like, I
Yeah.
know that feeling. Like,
Yeah.
there's certain moments where it's like they show up when you need them and you don't even realize that you do.
Yeah.
And you just have to be open to it and receive it. And the more that you
Honestly,
receive
yeah.
it, the more it starts happening.
The more it starts happening.
Like she opened the floodgates and
And it's
they just
just pouring in. Yeah.
literally. And that's
And
so
it's so
cool.
cool. Mhm.
Yeah, I love it for you. It makes me so
Thanks.
happy that you get to like experience that. And I
Thank
want
you.
everybody to be able to
Yeah.
experience that.
It's changed like my whole like grief process for sure. Yeah. And I hope that like helps everyone else who's listening to this and maybe going through the same thing. I hope that helps you. So,
Yeah. It's such a beautiful way to like look at all of it.
yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, sister. How do you?
Love your team of light.
Me
And
too.
team of lights be ganging up out there. They be helping each other out. I'm like,
Mhm.
I swear to you, our team of lights are interacting with one
A
another and they're
hundred
like, hey,
percent.
how do we
Yeah.
get everything right for these two?
I know our grandparents are just up
Oh,
there.
vibing.
Yeah.
Vibing. For sure. Honestly, your dad's humor and my brother's humor
Oh my gosh.
probably
Yeah.
are really getting into it right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, actually, hey,
Oh.
Logan, Ray, give us signs when we wrap this up.
Yeah.
Give us
Please
signs that
do.
you were here vibing with us as we were talking about you.
Yeah.
Watch the camera like cut out right now.
You're right.
Hey, Rick. They'd be like, boom, yeah, told you. Okay, well, I love you. Thank you so much
I
for
love you
being here and
too.
being so open to having this conversation because I think a
Of
lot of
course.
people cast judgment before they really understand like how things feel.
Yeah.
And I think it's really vulnerable to come on a mic and talk about stuff like this. So
Thank
I'm really proud
you.
of you.
Thank you for having me. I
Duh.
love it here.
I mean,
No, really, this is a great couch.
it is a good couch. Good couch, good company. Anyways, make sure that you tune in 2 weeks when the next episode drops. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. Also,
All the things.
I am offering one-on-one coaching sessions now.
Yes.
So if you're
Tap
interested
in.
in getting clarity, strategy, if you're in a rut, if you're building something and you don't know what direction to take and you need somebody to help you navigate that, I am
She's
your
the
girl.
person.
Let me know.
No, actually, she is your girl.
Let me know. But I will put the link in my website if you want to fill out a form and start working with me, and we will chat with you in 2 weeks. Bye. Anything you want to say before we go?
Bye. All in a day's work.
Good night.
Good night.